Alright, so like I'm here to tell you how Leadership Challenges events and, things that we've done has affected me throughout the course of the semester. So like walking in the first day of Leadership Challenge, I was kind of excited because it was going to be an easy class. It was the fourth period, it's the last period of the day, and I heard, people talk about how easy it was, the last semester, and all you had to do was like write these journals and recycle, drive around, eat. I was like, it's gonna be a good fourth period, before baseball, and we got in there, and there was like a bunch of people in there, and so like she started talking, and she started like making it sound like it was like it was absolutely awful. So so then like I had to leave early that day at like 2 o'clock, and the 30 minutes to an hour that she was speaking that I heard, it sounded pretty bad, and like she was sounding like I wanted to drop, honestly, and but I didn't want to go through like the trouble of like going to counselor and dropping it and picking a new class. So like I left at like 2 o'clock, and she was gonna make us have this paper about like volunteering our community and what that means to us, and there's like a page of a paper due by the next day, and she didn't make us do it, thankfully, and like as homework, but we had to do it the next day, whoever didn't drop. And we came in the next day, and there was like only like 17 people left, and I was like, wow, that's a lot. There's a lot of people that dropped, and so like I was like, this class is gonna be pretty tough after what she said. And so like she started talking about our placements, when she was telling us what we were gonna do, and you know before our placements, we did like this history of Bristol paper, and researching that was like kind of fun, actually. Writing the paper wasn't so fun because like I don't like writing, but researching and learning like cool stuff about Bristol was kind of cool. And so I was like, all right, like this is gonna be pretty fun. So then after the history of Bristol paper, we started doing stuff like our placements, and like our placements was kind of fun. Walking in the first day of our placement, none of the kids had any chairs, and I was like, you know what, that's kind of weird for like an elementary school not to have any chairs. So I was like, you know what, Coach Fennell has like this much changed, since I've been here, because that was the school I went to, and this is Avoca. And I was like, Coach Fennell, I was like, what's going on? Why don't they have any chairs? And he was like, you know what, they haven't been having much energy, and why they haven't been having much energy is because him as a teacher hasn't had any energy, so he wants to bring energy back into his room, and he took their seats away. And I think that was a pretty good idea, but I don't think the teacher the parents didn't like that much, so they got their seats back in a couple of days. But in the placements, like I didn't really know what to do the first couple of weeks, because like I already knew like sixth grade skills. Well, I thought I did, but it's been a long time. So like I walked in, after like their seats, we were standing up the first day, and they were learning about independent and dependent variables, in math, and like an equation, and like I didn't know anything about that. So like when it came, like I only know independent and dependent variables when it comes to like the science realm of things, and so I was kind of confused on that, and like thank God nobody asked me a question about that. But the next couple of weeks, since we're only there Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, it's kind of rough to kind of keep up with what they're learning, because in sixth grade they kind of switch around a lot, and it was kind of rough. And like when I was learning about, they were learning about area of triangles, and I didn't really know about that. And this kid asked me a question one day, and I was like, he said, what do I do? And I was like, I want to answer, I don't know what to do. But like I read it, and like a memory started coming back, and I finally answered the question. But like placements, like sixth grade, you haven't been in sixth grade, and I'm in 10th grade, and you can do the math, because I don't feel like doing it. But see, like it's been a long time, and I didn't really know sixth grade stuff that much as well as I thought I did. And so, like, in Leadership Challenge, another thing that we do is Food for Kids on Wednesdays. And on Wednesdays, it's Food for Kids Day. And me and JT, what's up, JT? We go to Vance, where his mother is like the principal, and we give like these boxes of food to the counselor. And I think Food for Kids is awesome because they can give kids the opportunity to have food and like the luxury of not having having other people like not know. Like other people don't know that you're getting Food for Kids, which is kind of awesome. And so it can be secretive, and you don't have other people like making fun of you because you don't have like enough like funds to get food all the time. And I think that's pretty cool. And so we do that on every other Wednesday. And me and JT, sometimes we go out and recycle for the school, and we take those recycling like bags, and we take them to the recycling thing down there near Tennessee High, near like this water thing. JT knows. So like that's pretty cool. Another thing that we do is we go to these retirement homes on Fridays, and I think that's really cool because like the old people are like so cute, and like the smell is pretty bad, but and it's kind of hard to get used to it because you're only there once a week instead of 3 days a week like the other people that have those placements. And I think being in 2 placements each week is beneficial because even if you didn't pick to go to the retirement home, you can still get the benefits, of learning like that's you someday possibly. And it's kind of frightening at the time, but you also get used to it, and old people are like a lot fun to hang around sometimes. And I think Leadership Challenge is a great opportunity to show yourself, and even if you're not the talkative kind, you can help out in any way you can. And I think that's something that's pretty awesome. And even if you don't have to be social, like I said, you can help out in any way you can. And I think Leadership Challenge has affected me because I realize that I may not be able to change the whole world by myself, but like together we can like change the whole world, and it can be like a chain reaction, and even the smallest things can make a big difference. And I believe in that, and I think it's awesome.
Give 13 minutes.
What? Why does this do this?
This is like ridiculous.